Do you want to start the intro?
Welcome to
Sit up straight.
Welcome to This Blog's Neat, another installment of Savor at Home.
What number is this?
80-something, probably.
80-something, probably. All right, Jared, what are we trying?
We're trying Hazelburn 10.
Great job.
Hazelburn 10.
What can you tell me about Hazelburn 10-year-old?
Hazelburn 10
Don't just read the back
is
label.
a triple distilled, I'm not reading the back label, completely unpeated single malt produced at Springbank.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
I really did.
Like all of their other single malts, Hazelburn single malt whiskey has not been chill filtered, nor has any caramel been added. This may cause a slight haze to develop at low temperatures, which should soon return to normal.
Hazing is normal.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me what proof this is sitting at?
This
46.
is 46% ABV.
Mm-hmm. So this is produced by Springbank, which is in the
Campbeltown
region of Scotland. It is my favorite region of Scotland. Springbank is my favorite distillery, I would say. And they produce 3 different expressions. So you have Hazelburn, which is their unpeated triple distilled single malt. You have Springbank, which is their
other whiskey,
moderately peated 2.5 time distilled single malt.
Mm-hmm.
And you have Longrow, which is their
heavily peated
and
not single malt.
It is a single malt. It's double distilled, 2 times distilled.
Okay.
Single malt.
Heavily peated.
So all of these are single malts. They do the malting themselves, and they use my favorite kind of condensers.
Worm tubs.
Wormy
boys.
Worm tub condensers. So can you tell us what worm tub condensers bring to the table rather than just your conventional, more modern shell and tube condensers?
Yeah, but you know what? I think it'd be even better if you told them.
So with worm tubs, there's less copper contact of the vapors with copper because it's just a single tube winding through a tub of water. Whereas the shell and tube condenser is a lot more efficient. The line arm breaks into a bunch of different tubes and there's a coolant that is wrapped around that. So it's cooled a lot quicker. There's a much higher copper contact, and copper sequesters.
Yes, it does.
No, you're supposed to fill in the blank.
Copper sequesters.
Copper sequesters.
Esters.
No, sulfur compounds. And sulfur compounds smell like?
Esters.
No.
Farts.
Okay. Sulfur compounds tend to smell more like meaty, eggy, struck match.
Mm-hmm. Burnt.
So yeah, you will get a little bit more of a meaty characteristic that comes through from distilleries that use worm tubs for their distillation.
I'm ready to taste this.
Before we taste, I want to give a huge shout out to the Patreons. You're one of them.
I am one.
Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you for being a part of the neat community that we have over on Patreon. It's neat, isn't it?
It is. I like it.
Yeah. So if
maybe you'll get called to be on the show.
Yeah. If you, the viewer, would like to join our community, I will leave a link in the description below.
It's a little on the lighter side.
It's a little on the lighter side. Well, it is. How old?
10 years old.
How's it aged?
In used bourbon barrels. It's Scotch.
Doesn't mean it has to be aged in used bourbon barrels, but yeah, it is primarily aged in ex-bourbon.
Has very bright nose. I like this. Well, on the nose I get apples and pears, crisp ones. But maybe a
tangerine.
I was gonna go for a like a candied apple, like a
Yeah, no, there's definitely some sweet caramely notes in
Yeah.
here. I'm not quite getting as much apple, but maybe
candy
it's like a really, really like bruised apple.
interesting. I was gonna say the opposite,
A really
like a
crisp.
crisp, but dipped.
Yeah,
Apple.
yeah, no, I definitely get the caramel.
Yeah, and some pears, more like a bruised pear. I can see that.
Okay.
Nice oily mouthfeel. Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I'm ready.
ahead.
Right off the bat, it's juicy, juicy fig jam. Do you get that? Oh, it's so good. And then I get some like really sweet, maybe like a coconut buttercream frosting.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Less of the bright fruit notes, but still look like delicate, not like too decadent. You with those things, but it's nice.
I don't know. I'd say figs are pretty decadent.
Yeah, but I'm like it's not too overpowering or anything. It's still
There's some nice nutmeg that's pairing with the coconut, and a little bit of that citrus zest comes forward too.
definitely. I really like the mouthfeel. Definitely getting more of the citrusy. You know, this is nice. This is nicer than I remember it being. And I'll say this. I often have a hard time picking out a whiskey when it's summertime, when it's, you know, I want something refreshing. I'm very influenced by the environment. This is a whiskey I drink in the summertime, pre-dinner. This is pretty nice. Versus something more really bold and in your face dinner, after dinner dessert or warming. This is nice, almost a little bit of a some refreshing notes, at least for me.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what I paid for this bottle. I know, as with most of the products from the Springbank Distillery, they're becoming harder and harder to get, especially with COVID and all of the tariffs and stuff that were going on. I really did have to hunt down Hazelburn. So much so that one time I drove down to San Diego to pick one up, which is a
Is it
drive.
this one?
No,
Oh.
no.
I would say
It was for a gift for someone who was in the Scotch course with you, who enjoyed Hazelburn so much. And I said, I'll find it for you. We've got it in California.
yeah, this bottle, you can see we've had it, but I haven't had it recently, and we're gonna get another bottle if we see this. So would recommend that you viewers at home buy a bottle of Hazelburn 10. You won't be disappointed.
I believe it was something like $90. You think it's worth $90?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you like the flavors that we described,
Did we
Yeah.
describe enough flavors?
yeah, we did.
Okay. Are you ready to do the outro?
If you like the video, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and stay neat.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Jerry. Welcome.
You're so creepy.
Did you know, according to the Surgeon General,
No,
women
don't.
should not drink alcohol?
Don't. You have to finish that statement. It's not just women should not drink alcohol.
So,
Sequesters esters just because it rhymes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It would taste a lot less fruity if it's sequestered esters.
We have a third viewer here.
Hi.
She does not approve.
Well, she has really sensitive olfactory senses.
She does. Stay neat.
You're supposed to say thumbs up and stuff.
What do you mean?
You're supposed to tell people, like, if you like the video.
If you like the video,
Yeah.
thumbs up.
And what else?
Stay neat.
Okay, that's enough. Bye.